Meeting to order. You join us and stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First thing on the agenda is the approval of the payroll for October 17th.
I'll make the motion.
Second. Motion is second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Claims October the 6th and October the 13th. So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. An ordinance creating a non-reverting fund for the receipt of proceeds from the Collier Lodge planning grant. This is the second reading. Anyone have anything to say? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the ordinance creating the non-reverting fund for receipt of proceeds from the Collier Lodge planning grant on second reading.
Second. Motion is second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We have a request to approve payment application number 2 from Larson and Danielson for the Porter County Animal Shelter.
Scott, have you looked over the payment application?
I have, and it's also been, as we have this set up, it's been run through DLZ, reviewed it on site and signed off. So it looks in good order to me.
I'll make the motion to approve payment application number 2 for the Porter County Animal Shelter.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Request to approve payment application number 8 from Passy Construction for the Porter County Jail Sewer Screen System.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That's still working, isn't it, Sheriff? Yeah, okay, that's good. We're going to put the adoption of the cell phone reimbursement policy on hold, so we have a little more time to study that. So, office holders and department heads. Sheriff Dave Reynolds and Edie Hahn, Telmate LLC Master Services Agreement. Afternoon, Sheriff. How are you?
Good.
Well, what's Telmate LLC?
We, when I came in, the previous sheriff signed a contract, a 3-year contract with Securus, extending the Securus contract, and worked for about a year with Betty Knight, the previous county attorney, trying to get out of that contract, but we couldn't do it, and it is up in October of the end of this month of 2016. And we did the due diligence of switching our phones. What it is, it's the video visitation and all the phone system in the jail. And we're recommending that we go with Telmate. Lake County went with it. They just got the contract with Cook County. There's a lot of investigative side, very tremendous investigative features on that program, which I'll explain to you later. And as far as the money coming in, we think it will be probably about the same or hopefully more. Of course, as a vendor, they're saying it's more money, but it's definitely more user-friendly. We just had nothing but problems with Securus being responsive when we called them, and it was just an issue for us. This money pays for all our phones, our computers, our IT, and we've got a list of everything it does. So
Some data maintenance contracts.
most of the maintenance contracts in the jail. So it's a vital part of a revenue source for us too.
Yeah,
What's
to clear it up, it is a revenue source.
Yes, it's definitely a revenue source. It's not costing us
What's the
anything.
term of the contract?
Well, we set it up for 2 years.
It's 2 years because it matches his current term.
So I'm not going to do what happened before. So hopefully after 2 years, if I'm not here or I'm here or whoever's here, we'll look at it and see how it's going, and they have the option of sticking with it or go somewhere else.
Any other questions? Is there a motion?
motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second to approve a contract agreement with Telmate LLC. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Is that it?
Lori Daly, Expo Director, shout out and website presentation. I thought you were going to stand there and shout out. It's a group you want to perform, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
I looked them up and heard great things about them. They're from the south side of Chicago, so we're looking to get quite a draw from Chicago.
Very good. Any questions? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second for shout out on New Year's Eve. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Website presentation.
That's going to be me.
Right.
We wanted to do a run-through of the new Expo Center website that we launched on October 1st, roughly. This was a 6-month process that we went through.
Yeah.
To get everything done and built. Going into it, we had like 5 main goals. Number 1, to highlight and promote venue rental, that being the Expo's major source of revenues. Second, we wanted to promote upcoming events at the Expo Center, highlighting the Expo sponsored events like the garage sale and New Year's Eve. We wanted to integrate 2 main themes, which is kind of your mottos: big or small, we do it all, and exceptional events happen here. We wanted to format it to be highly visual, consistent, and easy to navigate, and then make it user-friendly and interactive. As you can see on the screen, in the center of it, we have a slideshow that highlights the 6 main categories of events that the Expo has. Each one of these is clickable, so if you see it, look up and say, oh, I want to do an animal or livestock show, you click on it, and if the county website would, there we go. It takes you to a landing page for animal and livestock shows and breaks it down into further subcategories that you can then click on and find the kind of event that you want. On the bottom of the page, we have helpful links, which includes a newsletter, Indiana Dudes Tourism, the Opera House, and the museum, frequently asked questions and information on using the site, and at the very bottom we have icons for social media, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Now if we go back up to the top of the page, you'll see in the white bar on the right next to the logo, we have 4 different categories up there. The first one is directions. You click on that, you get a map to the Expo Center. The second one, and there's some neat features in this, you click on Let Us Know, and it will take you to a page where you can complete a survey. If you were a visitor at one of our events, or if you were a vendor, you can then fill out a short survey. Once you click Submit that survey, bang, within seconds, Lori and Debbie both get an email with a copy of the survey that was completed. So we can start to get input, not just, from both visitors to the Expo Center and from vendors at the Expo Center. All right. Okay. Request an event proposal. I'll go through that in a minute. To keep in touch, it gives you information on how to sign up to get email notifications of our event, or to sign up for the Expo Center's new email list that we've put together. Now, the bars at the top, you'll see the 4 gold buttons across the top. These are the major tabs that we set up. The first one being visitor info. This is especially for groups, vendors holding events for out-of-state visitors, where we include hotels, motels, lodging, dining, shopping, festivals and events in Porter County and Indiana Dunes Tourism, as a nod to tourism helping fund this website. All 5 of those links go to the Indiana Dunes Tourism website. Then we included the Opera House, the Porter County Museum, and Parks and Recreation. About us, obviously the basic categories, and you'll see on the right-hand side of the About Us, there is what they call a spotlight feature. So we can start and include in there something important that's coming up at the Expo Center, or that we want to pay special attention to. And this month we're concentrating on booth rentals for the November garage sale. Under upcoming events, again, we have the category to sign up for the newsletter. Our public events calendar, which are events that vendors hold that are open to the public, information about our garage sales, New Year's Eve party, and then one on the Porter County Fair that links directly to the fair's website. The event planning page, this is the meat of the website. And we wanted to take a different approach to what was on the old website. I kind of call it, I've been calling it myself, the Imagine the Possibilities. Previously on the old website, it just listed the buildings and said, okay, here's Expo Main, and here's how big it is, and you figure out what you're going to do with it. Here, we turned it around, and we looked at it from the user's point of view and said, here, look at all the ways you can use this. So we came up with these main categories and lists of different types of events that have been held at the Expo. And in the future, as other things come up, we can add them easily. So we broke it into the 6 categories: weddings and special events, trade shows, fairs and exhibits, off-premises bar service, business meetings and corporate events, outdoor events, and animal and livestock shows. And I added a page on there for event photos of events that have just happened. Now, here's the neat part. Say the commissioners wanted to have a holiday party for county employees. So you go on here, you go down to, okay, holiday parties. That's what I want to do.
There is a lag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and the way we structured these pages, they are all consistent across all kinds of events. We put a short description at the top of what we're talking about here. And then we lined up the options, the facility options, based on, for this case, the number of proposed guests you're having. If you go to the trade shows page, it's based on the number of booths you want to have. So we put it in a way that people can really understand and narrow down what they want to use. Then we gave them an option for each number of guests that they're proposing. And at the bottom, you'll see we also included information about the catering options and bar services and the ability to submit an electronic request for proposal. That same information is included in the left-hand sidebar menu. So say you want to do a party for 600 guests, which is the Expo Main Hall. You can then click on that, and it will take you to what is called the facility. And included in the facility is a list of the options that are available, what costs and what doesn't cost, and what the costs are. So if you're going to have 500 people there and you need a chair for everybody, then you're going to know that it's $1.50 a chair. It includes the room rental. It includes all of the costs that are going to be included in here. It goes down to include a description of the facility, what's included, what's not, information about the bar services, and again, we included in each facility a clickable link for the bar services catering package, so in case they didn't look at it at the previous page. So once you're done and you get down to the bottom, you say, okay, this is what I want to do. Now, I want to do a request for proposal. You can click there. It takes you to a form that you can then fill out pertinent information that the Expo needs. Contact information, event information, the kind of style of event, whether you're having a seated dinner or a reception style with appetizers, the dates and alternate dates you requested, how many guests you're going to have, and again, choosing which facility you want to use, choose which bar service package you want, and what other options, the type of tables you want. Do you want them skirted? Do you want napkins? Will you be having entertainment? A neat option in these forms is you can select optional questions. So if you say will you be having entertainment, and you click yes, then we ask, do you want the entertainment to be on a stage? So there's a lot of information that we can gather in these forms. Once the person completes and clicks on submit, within seconds, Lori and Debbie get an email included all of this information in the form. The nice part of this is that this also gives them all of the information they know to do the letter of
Confirmation.
that's part of their events management software that you all just gave them permission to do. It's not an integration system, the system integration, but it gives them enough information to start working over on the event software. So I think we included all of our goals in this, and just to give you some information, some data. When you looked at all of the different facilities they have, indoor and outdoor, a combination of indoor and outdoor, and the different types of uses people could have for them, we ended up building 148 facilities. So the 148 options for people on ways that they can use the Expo Center. We developed 23 RFP forms, about 3 customer client feedback forms. There are 106 pages and sub-pages on this website, and we included over 450 images on this website. So all in all, I think we've come up with a very usable product, and I think now people can really see what possibilities Expo has. And to be honest with you, going through all of this, and thank God for Lori and Debbie especially, because there were, like for a month, every day I was out there meeting with her for information. But as I went through it and we talked, I mean, I've been working with the Expo for 4 years. I didn't even know they could do half of the things out there that they're doing. Now, the nice thing is now that we have it, I can start promoting on social media. Every day I'm doing a post, hey, thinking about, looking for a wedding reception venue, and directly link to the page. So I think we have a very usable product now that can make a difference on increasing venue rentals at the Expo.
Very impressive, very impressive.
Is this applicable to mobile too?
Yes.
So it has got a mobile,
Yeah, and I, to be honest with you, I haven't looked at the mobile view, but Lori, you said it looked really good on mobile.
Yeah, I
as
looked
well.
at it, and it's functional, but
Yeah.
where you can actually get around.
The other thing is, you have an app through Civics Plus on the portercourt.org site, which currently there's an Expo Center icon on that app. I've asked Civics Plus to link that icon directly to the new website as well. So the only issue we're having right now is it's not showing up in Google search because it's not populated enough. And I'm going to talk to Lori, and we're going to look into maybe doing some website optimization depending upon the costs, what we can do.
Any idea how much it's going to increase your business?
That's hard to target.
It's hard, but I know this, if somebody wanted to rent a facility from the Expo and they went to that old page, I would have walked away because it's like, oh, this is the best that people have to offer me. I think the timing is very good at the launch, considering that the Radisson's closing next year. And
Makes
all
it
of a
easy
sudden,
for people to find it.
We're going to have an internet presence, for venue rentals that might pick up some of the events over there.
I think anything you can do to upgrade your digital presence and move to mobile, that's where the hospitality industry is going rapidly. So I think this is, in a lot of ways, it's a good marketing tool, and it's very relevant, but I think where you're really going to see a lot of significance is on the operational side, too. It's going to really help you take a deep dive with every customer, and it sort of answers the questions for you. You let the guests do it, and I think it should condense the time, too, for the transaction as well. So, and that relates to staffing. I think it's very well done, long overdue, and it's good to see. Thank you, great job.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
We put cookies in there as well and pester people continually after they come to your site?
No. I'm one of those people who gets irritated with that.
Okay.
You too?
The other thing.
That makes it even better.
This is through Civics Plus, the same provider for portercourt.org, but it's a newer platform. And I'll tell you, we did not go through their training because they wanted to charge $5,000 for it. I learned how to use this by watching their videos, and a lot of it is just drag and drop kind of a format, and it is so easy to learn and so easy to update that it's unbelievable how easy it is to use.
You certainly did a great job.
He did. Kurt did almost all of it, so kudos to him.
Very good. Thank you, Kurt.
Yep.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Scott McDowell, Director of the Opera House. We're going to do artistic service agreements. These are all artistic service agreements.
Correct.
For Andrew Flesh, Laura Gorski, Christopher Hated, Deborah Hated, Bobby Sue.
Kavach.
Okay. Vicki Zimmerman, Sarah Wheeler, Michelle Luce, Stephen Sineski. Is that it? And looks like it.
We do them as a batch. I'll make the motion to accept all the mentioned 10 artistic agreements.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thanks. Can I have just a moment to give you guys kind of a report of where we're at right now, too?
Sure.
Stacy and I met this morning, our house manager. We are currently 25% over our attendance where we were at this point last year with shows. Season tickets we brought in last year, $47,938.35. At the end of the year last year, currently we're sitting at $50,874.80. It's $13,000 over where we ended 2015. Because of the work of the foundation, we brought in almost $85,000 in grants. We have a $35,000 grant in the hopper, so we're looking at the potential of $120,000 in grants this year. So thank you very, very much for entrusting me over the last 6 months to get things done at the Opera House. The team has really stepped up, and I appreciate all of your support.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for your hard work.
Things are going well.
Thanks.
Thanks,
for
Scott.
getting it done.
Yep.
Report from commissioners. I think there's only one district. That's
It's
Center.
me. Of course, I don't have it teed up. I got it.
Okay.
Center District, LPA claim forms number 2, number 3, and number 4 in the amounts of $1,560.42, $833.84, and $977.79 for the Porter Smoke and Division Intersection Improvement Project. Recommend approval.
Second, all those in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries, and that's a very worthwhile, good-looking project, by the way. You know, it'd be nice.
I drove it, it's nice.
Let's see. What do we do here? We got correspondence. We have on file the Treasurer's Monthly Report for September 30th, 2016. We have a request for approval by Bob Gregg of the Wildlife Advisory Board to purchase a banner from John Mullen Design Studios for the wildlife celebration. Is there a motion?
So moved.
And a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay.
Plan Commission, 1:30.
We have,
Do we ever accept the treasurer's report?
pardon?
Treasurer's report?
You want to read it?
No.
I mentioned
Show me.
it. I said.
I ain't reading this.
Kind of long, but, so. Okay, we got,
Plan Commission.
Plan Commission. Rezone A1, General Agriculture District to R1 Low Density Single Family Residential District with petitioner Gerald and Shirley Gunther. And, what do you want to tell us about it?
Can I jump to a different case real quick, just to announce that anybody that was here for the Mary Ann Jones MD rezone, that has been withdrawn.
With the new date set, or just with?
No, it's been totally withdrawn. The petitioner has dropped the case. Okay, I'm sorry, thank you.
That's right.
Petitioner Gerald and Shirley Gunter, this is Plan Commission Resolution 16-07, requesting a zoning map amendment from A1 General Agricultural District to R1 Low Density Single Family Residential District. This was heard at the Plan Commission on their September meeting. They held a public hearing on it, and they recommended approval of this case to the commissioners by a 9-0 vote.
We need to do a public hearing as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, So we'll open the public hearing on the matter of the rezone A1 General Agriculture to District R1 Low Density Single Family Residential District for the petitioners Gerald and Shirley Gunter. You want to say anything before we begin? Okay. All right. We're going to allow people who want to speak in favor or in opposition of this change in the zoning to come forward. So anyone wishing to speak in favor of this rezone, please come forward at this time. Anyone wishing to speak in favor of this rezoning, please come forward at this time. Anyone wishing to speak in favor of this rezone, please come forward at this time. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this rezoning, please come forward at this time. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this rezoning, please come forward at this time. Last time, anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this rezoning, please come forward at this time. Public hearing is closed. Any comments from the commissioners?
This was an easy case for the Plan Commission, and the process of it was unanimous. There weren't really even very many questions.
Okay. So is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the rezone from A1 to R1 for the petitioner Gerald and Shirley Gunter.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
There'll be a second reading.
Yeah, it'll be a second reading.
Okay.
On that one.
We want to change our meeting date.
Signing.
At our next, we'll do it at our next
I think we have November 1st.
November 1st.
We'll all be,
Yeah, I think we just.
Okay.
And for those of you that are interested, we're only going to meet one time in November, and that will be on the 1st. And then our next meeting after that will be December 6th, and again on the 20th. Okay, we've got the Planning Commission out of the way. Anybody wish to address this body? Anyone wishing to address this body? Anybody going, we stand in recess.